Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here and welcome to episode 22 of my Everton series for Football Manager 2015. As you guys saw in the previous episode, we had a pre-season review plus a live com against Norwich. As you can see, we are currently sitting in ninth position, but we do have a game in hand over pretty much every team except for Man City, who we are versing today in live com. And yeah, we're sitting in ninth, not too pretty at all. Um, but a lot of our new transfers are finally starting to settle in, I guess. We had a bit of a rough start to the season. We'll get into it straight away. Norwich was the previous episode. We then beat Aston Villa 2-0. Our goals coming from Ramignoli and Christian Ramirez, the new signing for this season. We then lost 1-0 to Cardiff. Pretty disappointing game, especially away from home. Joe Mason got the only goal there. And as you can see, it was fairly even. Their defenders played quite well, and obviously we didn't. We then lost 5-3 or 3-5 to Manchester United at Goodison Park. Ross Barkley, John Matip, and Christian Ramirez on the score sheet for us again. Baldy Kaita and Insigne both absolutely destroyed us. And yeah, disappointingly, we actually were pretty much the better team, which is, yeah, upsetting. And for our new goalkeeper, Rulli, to concede 5 goals is, again, quite upsetting. We then bounced back, however, in the Europa League group stage and beat Braga 3-1. McCarthy and a Lukaku brace getting us the win there. The next game was back in the Premier League against Burnley. We got a 3-0 victory. Good to keep a clean sheet at Turf Moor. Lukaku on the score sheet again, and Nayagalov picking up a brace for himself and a man of the match performance to go along with it. We then got knocked out of the Capital One Cup third round by Charlton. Again, really disappointing. I did play a bit of a lower strength team with Walsh, Mellum, Sleeth, Nayagalov as well. So I played a lot of my younger players. And as you can see, from 6 shots on target, they scored 3, which I guess isn't that bad, but, you know, it's Charlton. Lukaku got on the score sheet for us early, and at that point I pretty much thought that we were going to win quite convincingly. We did win quite convincingly in our next game against Newcastle, a 6-0 rout at home, Lukaku with 5 goals for himself, and of course that meant he picked up a 10-match rating. Christian Ramirez also on the score sheet after I subbed off Campbell after he was injured. Jan Matt also got sent off. It should be mentioned at the 40-minute mark. He got a straight red. So, you know, pretty much the reason why we won so convincingly. We also beat Dynamo Moscow in the next game 5-0 in Russia. Another massive scoring game. Sean Sleeth opening the scoring for us. Lukaku got a hat-trick for himself, and Joel Campbell scored one very late. Very good results there. We disappointingly could only manage a 1-1 draw against Stoke. Disappointingly, their goal came in the 91st minute of stoppage time, and Sean Sleeth again opened the scoring for us. Very impressed with his start as an Everton player. We then versed Tottenham, got destroyed by them 4-0 at Wembley, which I think is interesting. Leighton Baines scored an own goal. Zaha and Lamela caught a brace. Some of their best players there. We then versed Bate Borisov, the what are they called? Belarusian team. 5-1 victory over them, quite convincing. Delofu, Kolovsky own goal, Morales, Campbell, and Ramirez. And as you can see, we absolutely destroyed them. They also got a goal back in the 92nd minute, but we were 5 up at that time. We then managed a 2-2 draw at home with Arsenal, who we kind of get results against. It's been, you know, fairly consistent as well. We either win or draw against them. Ross Barkley and Lukaku getting our goals, and Welbeck and Jorginho getting Arsenal's. So yeah, decent result there. We followed that up with a 2-1 away victory against Nottingham Forest. Very good game. They have caused us problems in last season, but Lukaku and Ross Barkley putting away the goals and getting us 3 points. We then versed Bate again, this time in Belarus. A 2-0 victory, nice to get a clean sheet. Noah Golov got another start, and he's scored another goal. He's full of goals, this kid. Leighton Baines also slotted away a penalty and got himself a man of the match performance for that. We then could only manage a 1-1 draw at home to Reading. Pretty poor result, I have to admit. Robert Huth opened the scoring, and Lukaku equaled it up for us, but then had 2 shots on target. So yeah, again, pretty disappointing. We then beat Hull 2-0 away from home. A fairly decent result, but they're not the strongest team in the world. Ross Barkley and Lukaku on the score sheet once again. Brilliant to see that type of partnership working, your advanced playmaker and your advanced forward. And then we versed Braga in the last, I think it was the last, I think we have one more Europa League game left to go. Nargolov again on the score sheet. This guy scores for fun, despite being an advanced playmaker. And Joel Campbell also on the score sheet there. So I think we have Moscow. Yeah, we have Moscow still to play in the final group stage game. But today's live com will be against Man City. But before we get into that, I want to go over one of the guys in the comment section wanted to see how I was getting on in my South Korean national team job. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. And then schedule. Okay, so I took over just before the Colombia game. And as you can see, we managed a 1-1 draw in Colombia. I think it was a pretty decent result considering they are, a really good team. They have some really good players like Jackson Martinez, James Rodriguez, Zuniga is another good one. So they have some decent players. Zapata. Who else do they have? Balanta. So they've got some real quality, and we managed a 1-1 draw, which I think is a pretty decent result. We then followed that up with another decent result against another good South American team. We beat Paraguay 3-1 at home this time. Seung-woo, Junior Fernandez own goal, and Seon Hong-min on the score sheet for us there. We then got battered in the next international break 4-0 by Mexico. They have got quite a few decent little regens coming through, not to mention the quality of their normal players. Leon, Eric Torres, who else do we have? Fierro, Aquino, Hector Moreno, Reyes as well is another good player I'm familiar with. We got absolutely battered by them. We also lost the next game as well against Poland, 2-1. It was another away game, so yeah, not too fast, and obviously Robert Lewandowski scored a brace, so we were always kind of under the pump. Again, they have some really good players, Piszczek, Szczesny, Krychowiak, I don't really know how to pronounce his name, and Lewandowski, of course. So yeah, Jay Scholl got our only goal there. Probably should have been a draw. I think a draw would have been a fairly even result. But since that Poland game, we have actually gone on a pretty decent run. First beating England away from home 2-1. Danny Welbeck opened the scoring. Son Young got a penalty, and Sung Woo actually managed to get a very late goal and give us the win there over England, which I think is a massive result. We then versed Romania, 3-1 victory away from home once again. They opened the scoring again, which is disappointing, but Yong Hyuk, my player, managed to get one back fairly quickly. Seon Heung-min got another one to give us the lead, and Sung Young got a penalty once again in the 84th minute. And our final game I have played was against Syria. A fairly weak team, to be honest, but I wanted to verse someone that we would kind of be versing in the World Cup qualifiers in the future. Just to see what our strength is like, and yeah, a 3-0 victory is always very good. Our goalkeeping department isn't the best in the world, so to keep a clean sheet and 0 shots on target I think is very good. Seung-woo opened the scoring, and Dong-wook managed to get a brace for himself within 4 minutes. So yeah, very good results there, and that's basically it for the moment as far as the South Korean national team goes. We actually have a tournament coming up soon, which is the Asian Nations Cup, which is not the... or is it? I guess it is. I'll have to check that. It must be Asian Nations Cup. Is that a different name for the Asian Cup? I'm guessing it is because, yeah, it's definitely the Asian Cup. That's weird that's called that. We got the Asian Cup coming up fairly soon, this season actually. And yeah, our group consists of Uzbekistan, Maldives, which are a very weak team, and Saudi Arabia. So we've got two half-decent sides in Saudi Arabia and Uzbekistan there. And I guess if we pick up a result against one of the two, we'll definitely go through because I expect us to beat Maldives very convincingly. But anyway, that's enough about South Korea. We'll get into the live com today against Man City. And as you can see, we've only ever won one game against Man City in this whole series. So, yeah. And we have quite a few injuries as well today. We got Murray's injured, Delofu, Walsh, Pacheco, and Howard. So we have no backup goalkeeper today. We'll go through the lineup. We've got Rulli in goals. Stones will be right back today with Matip and Romagnoli in our centre of defence. We've got Baines at left back. Mellon will start today as our deep line playmaker. McCarthy will play as the roaming playmaker, despite having massive condition issues. Barkley will be our AMC with Campbell on the left and Sleeth on the right. And as always, Lukaku up front. The bench will consist of Rabiot, Coleman, Oviedo, Morales, Nergolov, Jagielka, and Ramirez. So a couple of players with some conditioning issues there. Romagnoli, McCarthy, and Campbell all look a little bit worrying. But we'll advance now, and I guess we'll just give it our best shot. They are in pretty decent form. Currently sitting in third, but they can obviously go up to second, as you can see there. And we aren't having the best season at the moment, so a win here would, do wonders for us. And we are at home, so I'd really like us to give the game a real good go and try and get a result. But they do have a lot of quality. Zabaleta, Mustafi, Company, Bernat, Verratti, Toure, De Bruyne, Milner, Sterling, and Aguero. Quite a team indeed. I want to say carry on from last match, but it's probably not the right team talk to give. Alright, here we go. And James McCarthy's already picked up a knock, which is worrying because he was on such low conditioning, so I'm probably going to have to sub him off soon. But Campbell has the ball here. Can we counter-attack off their corner? Lukaku plays it out wide to Baines. There's a couple of boys in the box. That's a poor ball, boy. It's a poor ball. Still in possession here. We look a bit all over the place, to be honest, and we've given the ball away. Toure now. Oh, Matip comes in. Lukaku's in behind. And that's a block shot. Should have done much better there. Is a corner for us, though. Baines to take it. Back post, Matip, and that's over. Disappointing. We look like we're the better team at the moment, but we didn't look too threatening then, to be honest. Lukaku was in behind and then couldn't even get a shot on target. Sleeth to Barkley. Back to Sleeth, who's been amazing so far. Oh, Stones with the lovely little ball to Barkley. Crosses. Sleeth. Campbell. 1-0. Sleeth to Campbell. Winger to winger. Brilliant assist by Sleeth there. Love the work. We paid big bucks for him, and yeah, he's repaying it quite early on in his career. I didn't think he would be as good as he is, and yeah, that has meant that I've actually, set up a deal to sell Kevin Morales, which, if anyone has been watching this series from the start, Morales has been an absolute beast for me. And yeah, he had a massive, contribution with Lukaku as far as how well we've done so far in the series. I'm going to say I'm pleased so far. We are 1-0 up, but we are playing Manchester City, so I kind of expect that to go poorly. Campbell loses out to Zabaleta. Pumps it forward. We are playing pretty well, though. Barkley now. Sleeth. Lukaku. Oh, what are you doing, mate? You had an open net. You had an open net and you shot it straight to heart. Come on, Sleeth. Use that pace, mate. Oh, don't pass it. Just use the pace. Lukaku in behind. Can he finish? Cross. Oh, man. Off the post. We are really taking the game to Man City here, though. Shoot. Barkley. Barkley. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. Ross Barkley has found his shooting boots finally. It's like our 5th season and he's only just found his shooting boots. Sleeth now. Inside to McCarthy. Back out to Stones. Lukaku, 3-0. Get in! 3-0 in 1 hour of playing time. I was not expecting this result at all. I don't really want to change things because we are actually playing so well. It's ridiculous. We might actually bring Rabiot on in a couple of minutes. We'll see how this goes actually. Oh, brilliant tackle by Baines. McCarthy, Lukaku, in behind again. Sleeth! Oh, get in! Sean Sleeth! 4-0. 4-0. This is ridiculous. As I mentioned, we've only ever beaten Man City one time before this, and this is quite possibly the best live comm I've ever done. This is ridiculous. Barkley inside to Sleeth. Gets tackled. Lukaku, oh my god, it was almost 5-0. It was almost 5-0. Alright, we're going to make a sub now. 10 minutes to go. We'll bring... we'll bring Ramirez on. Rabiot can come on as well. And, yeah, I guess we'll leave it at that for now. I don't think we're going to be able to throw this one away. Couple of minutes to go. And that should be full time right there. Goal kick to Man City. And there we go. Full time, guys. 4-0 victory over Manchester City. I am absolutely loving that result. I did not expect it at all. I kind of thought we were going to lose that game. But as you can see, we outplayed them massively. And that puts us into 7th position, which is really good. We're not too far off the top boys. You know, Arsenal are only 4 points ahead of us in 4th place. And then the other 3 are kind of a bit higher on top of that. So, yeah, we're not in dire crisis by any means. I think we're kind of in the running for the 4th position once again. Will this be the season we actually get it, though? I don't know. I do not know. So anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. Head over to my channel and check out my new series that I've just put out. It is an Orlando City SC series in the MLS, the brand new franchise team there. Some of you guys will have heard of it, and also New York City. They're the brand new franchises that the MLS has put in place for this season, which has just started in real life. So, yeah, I've got an episode of that out already, the introduction, and the pre-season episode will be out in a couple of days. So make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.